Hi, today's the July 6th. I'm going to pick up show you the books that I picked up yesterday. The 5th, oh man, that I assume were delivered on the 4th, although I wasn't about to go out. The 4th of July to pick up comics. I had a barbecue and a bingo game to go to. Anyways, I had something in my throat. Anyways, say this is how they came out of the bag. So they're in no particular order. Project Superpowers. This is a 10-cent special. This is introductory priced issue number 0 from Dynamite, written by Rob Williams and drawn by Sergio Davila. Sorry. This is like the 3rd attempt by Dynamite to bring these characters back. These are characters like the Black Terror, Phantom Lady, the original Daredevil, who has another name now because of, a trademark. Although since he came first, I don't know how that works. But anyways, these are the original characters. Fell into like public domain, and I think Alex Ross was originally involved with designing these characters. And I don't know that he wrote or drew anything except the covers. But anyways, looks like they're trying to bring the characters back once again, and we'll see what happens. I enjoyed some of the series, and my problem was it just seemed to drag on way too long. I wasn't really doing anything. We got Paper Girls 22. I absolutely love this book. Well, I do wonder, I'm going to assume that Brian K. Vaughan does have an ending. Since, you really can't have these girls, continuing to go back and forth. Oh, I was just going to say that you can't keep them going back and forth through time forever. But then again, look at Doctor Who. What does Doctor Who do? But I'd be curious. I don't want to know what it is right now since I'm enjoying the series so much. But anyways, there's a bunch of teenage girls who were paper girls and now are caught in this this war between older people and teenagers in the future, and attempts by both to change the past. It's really interesting since a number of the girls have actually met their future or past selves or alternate versions of themselves. So it's kind of cool. I enjoy it. Anyways, Judge Dredd Under Siege number 2. If you've seen the the Judge Dredd film with Keith Urban, you've pretty much seen the plot. For this one, where Judge Dredd and another judge, this time not Anderson, are caught in this high-rise building and are trying to get their way out from this, escape from this gang, or rather, kill and judge the gang. I am the law. Wrong movie. Elvira, number 1. This has got to be the 3rd series by different publishers to do something with Elvira. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I believe they're having her actually get involved in the adventures. Unlike the DC, where she was just sort of she was the horror host. Just as she was in the TV show, she'd be there, like breaks between the different stories, and then come along and say something snappy and cute during the ending. And there's another series where she actually did get involved, I think. But I love Elvira. I'm going to assume that this year, actually in a couple weeks at Comic-Con, Cassandra Peterson will be there signing autographs in or out of the outfit. if you've never seen her at cons, she's an absolute delight. And I've never gotten an autograph from her because the lines are always so long. And at some cons, they actually charge. And you know what? I'm not. My days of collecting autographs and standing in line for that are mostly behind me. I can't think of anybody now whom I'd want to stand in line to get an autograph from. Well, maybe there might be a few politicians or authors, but anyway. Anyways, Infinity Countdown Champions number 2. Again, remember that the Infinity Stones, Infinity Countdown, Infinity, have nothing to do with the Avengers movies that you see on the screen. And I'm going to assume they're leading up to something again, since every character there's Infinity Countdown, and then there's like a half dozen different characters involved. Excuse me, who have the stones. And I think Daredevil's involved, Captain Marvel, Black Widow, who was given the stone by Wolverine, which I thought was kind of a crappy thing to do. Lady Mechanica. This is Joe Benitez's wonderful steampunk character. Lady Mechanica has no memory of her childhood. She woke up. Her arms had been replaced by mechanical devices, and her eyes are red now and very sensitive to light, so she generally wears sunglasses or goggles when she goes out during the day. And she's still trying to find out what happened to her, who did it to her, and she's also, protecting the innocent, protecting other people who are in this fight or find themselves in the same situation. The art is absolutely amazing. The writing is always good, very interesting, and personally, I think she would be great, like in a Netflix or Amazon Prime a series. And I'm hoping one of these. I'm sure some kind of a thing is being used. This is the Quantum Age, Jeff Lemire, and this is a tie-in or spin-off from the world of Black Hammer. This takes place in the future, and I haven't read it yet, but anything by Jeff Lemire, anything involved in the Black Hammer universe, sign me up for it. Lemire really hasn't failed yet, as far as I can see, and I'm looking forward to it. We got Shade, the Changing Woman, number 5. It's pretty good. Cecil Castellucci. It's decent. We're following Shade as she tries to, live a life on Earth, and there are questions of the soul and identity and madness and what is reality. My understanding is DC is doing away with the Young Animal line. Reboot it or completely drop it, and I'm not sure if that has something to do with their bringing Vertigo back, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue. Although all the books are odd. Eternity Girl, I really got a kick out of that. That's totally off the wall. I'm also enjoying Cave Carson has an Interstellar Eye, which is really bizarre. Mother the Mother Mayhem or whatever the Gotham thing is. I have no interest in that. I read a couple issues and it was like, you know what? And also, I mean, I had never read the original because my understanding was that it was just another, spin-off from Batman, yada yada yada. And so when they rebooted all the Young Animals, they brought her into this alternate reality or alternate universe or timeline where there is no Batman, and this corporation is running. Anyways, but as I say, I'm not buying that, and so I don't think I'm going to be heartbroken when Young Animals goes away. Although I have a feeling Doom Patrol is going to be sticking back, especially since this DC Universe All Access is going to be doing a Doom Patrol series, and I'm going to guess it's like probably the original Doom Patrol. Anyway, and finally, part of the Hunt for Wolverine. This is Weapon Lost, and this is Daredevil again. And they're all looking for Wolverine, who supposedly died, but there's every indication that he didn't, and he's actually hiding out someplace. But it's pretty good. I'm surprised. I don't know if I'll be picking up the eventual Wolverine when he does come back, but we'll see. And that's it. I rambled a bit, but I kept it fairly, 11 minutes short. But anyways, that's it for me. Hope to see some of you in a couple of weeks at San Diego Comic-Con. And peace out.